Okay, Irish fans, hopefully we're back live. Resuming things here in the top of the third. Sorry, bottom of the third. Leadoff batter was Seth Allen. He reached his first on a single. Batting now is Robert Starks. Unfortunately, we lost Wi-Fi connection for about 5 minutes. Previous inning we missed, got into some trouble with a couple of walks, loaded up the bases. Moss Point did score 2. Score now is 3-1. We ended the inning on a bunt attempt back to Sweatman, who was coming hard at first. Made the play at home, and double play completed to the force runner at third as well. So double play ended the inning, get the Irish out of a jam with bases loaded. We did have a pitching change during the break. Parker Frame came in from center field pitching now. Sweatman moved over to first, and Bratton moved to outfield. I believe that gets us up to date. Again, sorry for the brief delay. Got no control over Wi-Fi. Sorry. That ball is out of play. Right side. Count 1 and 2 now. Runner steps off. Check Allen at first. Starks holds off on curveball high, evens the count 2 and 2. Three-two count now on Starks. Called strike inside corner. It's going to be the third strike and the second out.
Everybody to the plate. Number 23, Winfield, Sweatman.
Excuse me, 1 out. Ball is down. Allen's going to move over to third. First pitch in there, strike 1. Outside corner gets strike 2. Foul tip, that's strike 3.
Now batting for the Fighting Irish should be the right field number 4, Bennett Bratton.
Up for the Irish now is Bennett Bratton. First pitch, curveball swinging, strike 1. Bratton batting with 2 outs and a runner on third. Ball misses high, evens the count 1 and 1. That ball misses inside. 2-1 now on Bratton. Ball hit towards shortstop. Shortstop picks it up. Throw over to first is off the glove. So the catching error on first is going to score a run from third. Bratton's going to be safe on the error. That makes the score now Tigers 3, Irish 2. Ball low. Blocked up nicely by the catcher. One and 0 count now on batter Mr. Harrison. Ball high and inside. Harrison hit a hard shot down right field last at bat, in with a double. Ball chopper up the middle. Second baseman's going to field it and step on second to complete the unassisted out. So the Irish pick up 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. Oh, excuse me, 1 error, and leave 1 stranded after 3 complete. Sorry, Lost Point 3, St. Patrick 2. Stay tuned. All right, leading things off for the Tigers, top of the 4th, is number 11, Weber. First pitch low, ball 1. Defensive changes during the break for the Irish. Frame comes in from center field now on the mound. Slow, big hop to third. Picked up by Broadus. Throw is low. Runner's going to be safe. All right, back to defensively changes during the break. Frame comes in from center. He's now on the mound. Swetman's going to move over to first. Bratton moves out to right, and Harrison moves over to center. Fontaine remains behind the plate. Starks at second, Broadus at third, Allen at short. Ball hit through the left side. Single by Mr. Turner is going to put runners at first and second. Next up for the Tigers is number 4, Matthews. Steps in with no outs. Runners on first and second. Ball low. Blocked up by Fontaine. Pitch misses a little outside. 2-0 on the batter. Curveball's in there for strike one. 2-1 now to count on the batter. Swing and a miss. That's strike two. So even the count 2-2. Ball hit to the left side. Allen picks up. Throw over to second. Throw to first. Runner at first will be safe on the second half of the double play, but we do get the runner at second. Get the lead out. Runner will now be at first and third.
Tigers, the catcher number 10, Devontae Miller.
Batter is number 10 is Miller. Miller singled both at bats. Steps in with one out. Runners on first and third. First pitch low, ball one. First pitch catches, that pitch catches outside corner, evens the count 1-1 on Miller. Throw over to first, nothing doing. Throw over to first again. Kind of a double look there. Ball fouled back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Miller. Pitch misses inside. Runner's going to move to second. That's going to even the count. 2-2 now on Miller. Steps back in with 1 out. Runners at second and third now. That ball's low. Gets away from Fontaine. Runner at third. Everybody's going to stay put. Miller steps back in, full count. Big hit out in the left field. That's out of here.
Miller with the 3-run homer. His third hit of the day.
3-run homers. Miller's third hit of the day. Ball well struck. Just cleared defense, but that's all it takes. Nice hit by Mr. Miller. 3-run shot by Mr. Miller pushes the score now. Tigers 6, Irish 2. Pitch is inside, ball 1. Batter is number 18, Matthews. Pitch is outside, ball 2. Outside, 3-0. Take pitch, gets the outside corner for strike 1. It's going to make the count 3-1 on Mr. Matthews. He steps back in with 1 out. Ball pop fly in the center field. Harrison's going to squeeze that one for the second out.
Batter brings to the plate. Catcher number 8, Joseph Nicholson.
Next up for the Tigers, number 8, catcher today is Nicholson. First pitch high, ball 1. Ball fouled back out of play. That's a fair ball. That's going to be at least a double. Mr. Nicholson's in with a double.
Nicholson doubles to the left. That'll bring to the plate. Shortstop, 14, Keith Bradley.
Next up for the Tigers is number 14, Bradley. Courtesy runner 32 is Booker. Bradley batting with 2 outs, runner on second. First pitch is to the backstop. The runner's going to move over to third on the wild pitch. Want to know now the count on Mr. Bradley. That pitch low, ball 2. Ball popped up shallow left field. Allen ranging back. And he squeezes it right in front of Mr. Fayard for the third out. Wind blowing hard to left right now. Ball just kept drifting. Allen does make the successful catch. Bearcats, looking at the scoreboard. Tigers pick up 3 runs on the big home run by Mr. Miller. Lead by a score now of 6-2 after 3.5 complete. Stay tuned, bottom of the 4th. Leading things off in bottom of the fourth for the Irish. Left fielder, number 1, is Braden Fayard. Fayard sacrifice bunt, last at bat. A nice game at the plate last night. Hit 2 balls in the right center, did Fayard. Takes the second pitch. High for ball 2. That ball lifted to the right side. Second baseman drifting back. And Turner will squeeze it for the first out.
Now batting for the Fighting Irish, number 28, Dylan Fontaine.
Next up for the Irish is number 28, Dylan Fontaine. Ball inside. Fontaine hit a fielder's choice RBI last at bat. Scored a run for the Irish. Going to hit that one through left side past the diving third baseman. Fontaine's going to turn at first. Stay there for the single.
Fontaine singles to left. That brings up to the plate the pitcher, number 5, Parker Frame. Courtesy runner will be number 9, Quinn LeBron.
Courtesy runner for the Irish. Running for the catcher Fontaine is Quinn Legrone, number 9. At bat now is your pitcher, number 5, Parker Frame, steps in with 1 out. Runner at first. Going to reset things, get the umpire ready. And play ball. First pitch high, ball 1. Curveball, off-speed pitch, catches the outside corner. It's going to even the count, 1-1. Ball well hit into center field. So Frame reaches first successfully with a single.
Third baseman, number 2, Aaron Brothers. Courtesy runner will be number 24, Braxton Blackwell.
Courtesy runner for Mr. Frame is number 24, Braxton Blackwell. Back to the top of the lineup for the Irish. Third baseman, number 2, steps in, Aaron Broadus. He's going to be batting with runners at first and second, and 1 out. First pitch curve is in the dirt. It's going to be a wild pitch. Runners are going to move 90 feet. Aaron's going to step back in with a 1-0 count, 1 out. Runners are now at second and third. Looking to put something in play here, pick up 1 or 2 of these base runners. That's high, ball 2. Broadus takes a little bit high and inside. That's 3-0. Take pitch on the outside corner. It's going to be 3-1 now on Broadus. And ball 4 is going to move Broadus over to first. That's going to load the bases for shortstop number 14, Seth Allen.
Seth Allen.
He's going to step in with 1 out. Again, bases loaded. First pitch high outside is ball 1. Irish threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. Ball hit into shallow left. That ball is going to be down. That's going to score 2 for the Irish as Blackwolf comes home with a throw at the plate is high.
Allen drives in 2.
So Allen with a shot into the short left field scores 2 runs for the Irish. So making the most of our hitting situations here in the bottom of the 4th. Next up for the Irish is number 12, Robert Starks. Starks is going to step in, batting with 1 out, runners at second and third. First pitch high inside, curveball. Stark's going to lift one right side, and that's in foul territory, but in play. First baseman squeezes it for the second out. Next up for the Irish is now your first baseman, number 23, Winfield Sweatman. Sweatman batting with 2 outs now. Runners still at second and third. Pitch in the dirt. Broadus is going to reach home easily. So the wild pitch is going to score a run for the Irish, now 6-5. Tying run now 90 feet away. Mr. Sweatman steps back in with a 1-0 count. Ball hit hard in the left field. Left fielder's giving chase, and he's burnt. Sweatman's going to be in with a stand-up double. Allen's going to score from third.
Sweatman doubles to left field. That brings the place number 4, Benton Barat.
Next up for the Irish is number 4 is Bratton. He's going to step in with 2 outs. Runner now at second base is Sweatman. Takes first pitch curveball outside, ball 1. Two and 0 now on Bratton. That one's high and inside. It's going to bring the count 3-0. That ball's in the dirt, blocked up by the catcher. Runner's going to stay at second. Bratton's going to move to first on the walk.
Fighting Irish, number 7, Presley Harrison.
That's going to bring to the plate for the Irish. Number 7, center fielder now is Presley Harrison. Harrison steps in with 2 outs. Runners first and second. See if we can keep things going with Keep things going with 2 outs here as Harrison takes first pitch curveball outside. That ball's fouled back out of play towards the vehicles. Lands short of the road. Ball low. 2-1 count now on Mr. Harrison. That ball's low. Blocked up by Mr. Miller. 3-1 now the count. Number 18, Mr. Matthews for the Tigers, had the Irish bats at bay, but broke out big here in the bottom of the 4th. Now struggling a little bit at the plate. Walks Mr. Harrison, that's going to load the bases for left fielder. Number 1 is Braden Fayard. Looks like we may have a pitching change. Take a quick audio break. Correction, just a timeout at the mound, so pitch and battery will remain. That ball's hit into shallow left field, shortstop backpedaling and squeezes it for the 3rd out. So that'll do it here for the Irish in the bottom of the 4th, but not before they pick up 4 runs to tie the game on 4 hits, leave 3 stranded after 4 complete. Scores tied up. Tigers 6, Irish 6. Stay tuned for the top of the 5th. Leading off things for the Tigers, top of the fifth is Creer. Pitching change for the Irish on the mound now is senior. Number 1 is Braden Fayard. Coming in from left field, Parker Frame's going to move back to center. Presley Harrison's going to move around to left. Looks like everybody else is defensively same. Another foul ball to the third base dugout. Batter quickly behind 0-2. Curveball, fouled back out of play. Count remains 0-2. Ball foul. Count remains 0-2. And another foul tip back into the back just off the net, out of play. Count remains once again 0-2. And another foul ball again to the third base dugout. Finally, we have a pitch that's not foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. And a throw around to left field.
And brings to the plate the right fielder, number 3, Damian O'Neill.
For the Tigers is number 3, Robinson. Count 2-0. That ball's upstairs. That's going to be 3-0 on the batter. Take pitch in there for strike 1. It'll be 3-1 now to count. Shakes another one in there for strike 2. Fayard works back to a full count. 3-2 pitch on the way. That ball's going to hit him.
That brings to the plate left field, number 11, Octavius Weber.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Tigers is number 11, Weber. He's going to step in with 1 out, a runner on first. Foul ball hitting to the bullpen. Results in the first strike. So 0-1 count now. Ball hit to the right side, drifting out of play. So that foul ball runs the count to 0-2 on Mr. Weber. That's a line drive. It's going to get past Presley in left field. Runners all the way to the fence. That ball's Mr. Weber's in for a triple. And runner scores from first.
Third base on the play. That makes the place number 12. Second baseman Peyton Turner.
So the triple for Mr. Weber will play to run. Score now is Tigers 7, Irish 6. Next up for the Tigers is number 12 is Mr. Turner. Cold strike, outside corner. Mr. Turner chases that outside pitch, fouls back out of play. Count now 0-2. Ball hit the Broadus at third. Backhanded over to first in time. That's the second out. Runner has to remain at third. Batter is number 4, Matthews. Pitch is high, ball 1. That ball is hit foul down third base side, evens the count 1-1. That pitch misses inside, brings the count 2 balls, 1 strike. That pitch is in there on the inside corner. Nice location by Mr. Fayard. That's going to even the count 2-2 on the batter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Irish looking to get this out here. Keep the Tigers at just 1 run this inning. That ball's hit sharply left side. Backhanded by Mr. Allen over to first. Too much speed. So the infield single is going to score that runner from third. Next up for the Tigers is big number 10, Mr. Miller. 3 for 3 on the day with a 3-run blast at bat. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Pickoff attempt at first is in the dirt, blocked up by Sweatman. That pitch shakes in there for strike 1. 1-1 now to count on Miller. Another pickoff attempt. Runner's back. Pickoff attempt again. Runner going. Excuse me, swing's going to land fair just behind first base. So the excuse me swing's going to be a single for Mr. Miller, and the runner's going to move to third. So pitcher, Mr. Matthews, number 18, next up for the Tigers. Steps in with 2 outs. Runners on first and third. So ball mishandled at second. Going to push another run for the Tigers across. Too much speed on the bases to attempt that play. Don't understand that one. One and one now, the count on the batter. Ball fouled off the third base dugout. Count 1 and 2. Pitch high and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Batter is Matthews. Big hit, big chop to third, picked up by Broadus. Over to first, and that'll be the third out. The Tigers pick up 3 runs, a couple of hits, a couple of errors, leave 1 stranded after 5.5 complete. Now lead by a score of 9-6. Stay tuned. Bottom of the 5th. Starting things off, bottom of the fifth. Catcher, number 28, Dylan Fontan. Pitch inside corner, strike one. Swung on to the left side. That's going to handled by the third baseman. Fontane's going to be moving over to second on the error at throw at first.
Got to bring to the plate the pitcher, number 5, Parker Frame.
Next up for the Irish, center fielder number 5 is Parker Frame. Batting now for the Irish, center fielder number 5 is Parker Frame. Steps in, no outs, runner at second. Frame singled in the center last at bat. First pitch low, ball 1. Pitch is high, 2-0. Called strike. That brings the count 2-1 on Frame. That one's a little upstairs. Three and one now for Frame. He steps back in. No outs. Runner on second. And that one's low. Frame's going to move over to first on a walk.
It's been a while.
So we got a pitching change for the Tigers. Number 32 is Marco, excuse me.
Last year he made the
Two pitches for the Tigers, number 32, Marco Booker. Up to bat for the Fighting Irish is number 2, Aaron Broadus.
All right, so let's lead off.
Lead off. Lead off batter.
Back to the top of the order for the Irish is number 2, third baseman Aaron Broadus. Steps in with no outs, runners on first and second. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball inside, just misses Broadus. Going to even the count, 1-1. One pitch on the way. Got time at the plate. Curveball just misses inside. That's going to bring the count 2-1 on Mr. Broadus. That one misses just a little upstairs. 31 now on Broadus. He's going to step back in. Runner still at first and second. No outs. Irish looking to cut into the lead. Ball's lifted back out of play. That's going to bring the count full. Three-two pitch. Gets his sign on the way. Oh, hit hard in the left. It's going to drift foul. Oh, reset the runners. Do it again. Another ball hit foul down third base side. Ball hit through left side. That's going to get through. Runners turning from second. Mr. Legron's going to score on the single by Broadus.
Another run, and then brings the plate number 14, Seth Allen.
Next up for the Irish, senior number 14, Seth Allen. Allen hit a single with 2 RBIs in the short left field last at bat. So keep that hit streak going. Seth will be batting with no outs. Runner still at first and second. Pitcher steps off. He's going to regroup. Got Mr. Frame out there at second. Brought us on first. Allen at the plate. Squares to bunt. Pitch is low. The 1-0 count now, Mr. Allen. Squares the bunt again. He's going to drop it down, successful. Nobody at the base, and it's thrown into right field. That's going to score at least one for the Irish. Broadus is rounding second. Throw at the plate. It's going to be quick, and he's called out at the plate.
Not even close. Not even close.
Bang, bang play at the plate.
Good grief.
It's called out. So the Irish do score one on the error throw to first. Allen's going to move out to second as the relay comes home. It's going to bring up the bat for the Irish. Number 12 is Starks. Steps in with one out now, runner at second. Ball hit to the left side. Third baseman, he can't handle it. Allen's moving over on the Stark's going to reach on the error.
Now batting for the Fighting Irish, number 23, Winfield Clinton.
Going to put runners on the corners now for the Irish. Brings to the plate. Number 23 is Winfield Sweatman. Throw over to first, not in time. Starks back safely. Sweatman's going to square to bunt. Pulls back. Pitch is low, ball one. And the overthrow at first. That's going to score the runner from third.
Sometimes the umpire can't even beat you.
So the cat and mouse at first. Starks is going to move out to second. Allen's going to score from third. That's going to tie the game once again. Knotted at 9. Sweatman's going to hit one into shallow left. That ball's going to drop. Starks is turning hard from third, and the throw coming at the plate. He's going to score. Good aggressive base running by Mr. Starks. Score on that shallow left field single. Sweatman's going to trade places with Starks. He's going to move around to second on the throw home. That run plates that hit plates another run for the Irish. Now take the lead. Then we got the score correct now, so the Irish pick up 5 here in the bottom of the 5th. Bratton's going to lift one to the right side, coming in hard. Out of ball lands foul out of play. Nice attempt by the first baseman. Can't quite come up with that catch in foul territory. So Bratton's going to come back. We'll reset Sweatman at second. That ball hit towards third again. Third baseman does handle this one, and across the mound for the out. So Bratton will retire at first base. Wetman's going to move around to third. Harrison steps in with 2 outs. Another runner 90 feet away now at third is Sweatman.
Hey, how are you?
That's number 7, Presley Harrison.
Swing and a miss is strike 1 on Harrison. That one's outside, going to even the count 1-1. Harrison looking for a 2-out hit here to get another insurance run. Sweatman over there at third, 90 feet away. That ball's hitting to the right side. Nice piece of hitting by Harrison. Catches that outside strike, pushes it through. Perfect piece of hitting by number 7.
Harrison with a single and RBI.
So he does get that insurance run. That's very key. Irish lead now by a score of 12-9. Pitcher number 1, Fayard, steps in. Batting with 2 outs, runner on first. First pitch curveball misses low. Fayard steps back in. That pitch is high for a ball. Harrison's going to easily move over to second on the stolen base. That ball's hit over the outstretched glove of third baseman, and Harrison's going to round and score standing up from second. Nice piece of hitting with 2 outs again. Mr. Fayard delivers that RBI single to left. So that's going to put Fayard at first on the single. Next up for the Irish is catcher number 28, Dylan Fontan. Irish lead now by a score of 13-9. So in the bottom of the 5th, the Irish score 7 runs to take the lead 13-9. Several key hits, good aggressive base running. Got a nice little cushion here so we can round this out. Last 6 more outs. Stay tuned, top of the 6th coming up. Things back live here, top of the 6th. First pitch in there for strike 1. That one's high. It's going to even the count 1-1. That one fouled straight back into the net. It's going to be strike 2. One and 2 now. Count on batter Nicholson. That ball's lifted towards second base. Stark's going to step back edge of the grass and snow cone it for the first out.
Now batting for the Tigers is number 14, Keith Bradley.
Next up for the Tigers, 14 is Bradley. Comes up to the plate with 1 out. Got nobody on base. Ball hit in the left field. Harrison's easing over. Squeeze it easily for the second out. Irish making quick work of the Tigers here in the top of the 6th.
Batting the Tigers, number 32, pitcher Marco Booker.
Brings to the plate. First time today, number 32, your pitcher now, Booker. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Fayard working ahead in the count to all the batters so far. That one's low and outside. That evens the count 1-1. And called strike on the inside corner. Fayard staying ahead. That brings the count 1-2. I got a little folding table in there. We got a folding table in there today, but no room for it. That pitch is going to hit Booker. It's going to move over to first.
Hey, now for the Tigers is the right fielder, number 3, Evian McNeil.
At the plate now for the Tigers, number 3 is Robinson. Wild pitch past Fontaine. It's going to move the runner over to second. Count now 2-0. Swing and a miss now, 2-1. Robinson steps back in. Pitch just misses outside corner. Count 3-1 on Robinson. Call strike inside corner. Nice pitch by Mr. Fayard to bring the count full. Three-two now on batter Robinson with 2 outs. And that one's lifted out of play, foul right side. Ball's going to stop dead center of the double yellow line out there in the road. 3-2 pitch again on the way. Swung on and missed. Third strike and the third out. So Tigers get no runs, no hits, no errors, leave one stranded. After 5.5 complete, excuse me. It's Moss Point Tigers 9, St. Patrick Irish 13. Stay tuned for the bottom of the sixth. Leading things off in the bottom of the sixth, center fielder number 5, Parker Frame. Ball lifted straight up. Miller ranging over, got room and squeezes it for the first out. Foul territory behind home plate.
Hitting for the Fighting Irish is number 2, Aaron Broadus.
Next up for the Irish is senior third baseman today, number 2, Aaron Broadus. Broadus checks his swing. Pitch called inside, ball 1. Two and 0 now on Broadus. Curveball misses outside. Brings count 3-0. Take pitch called strike 1. Broadus steps back in, 3-1 count now. Ball 4 outside. Broadus going to move to first on a 5-pitch walk.
That'll bring to the plate number 14, Seth Allen.
Next up for the Irish, number 14 is Allen. I believe Allen's got 2 hits today. couple of RBIs at least. It's going to be batting with 1 out. 1 runner on first is Broadus. Broadus going on the pitch. It's going to steal uncontested. Pitch is in there for called strike 1. Runner going to move into scoring position now for another opportunity for Allen. That one's a little high, ball 1. Pickoff attempt. Brought us back in safe. Count now 1-1 on Allen. Curveball misses just a little bit low. Pitcher's going to step off. Check Aaron out there at second. Pitch low and outside. 3-1 now on Seth. Called strike, outside corner. Nice pitch by Mr. Booker. Gonna bring the count full on Seth. 3-2 pitch on the way, 1 out. Ball hit just past the glove of first baseman and barely foul. Count remains full for Seth. He steps back in. Ball hit in the shallow right field. Is going to land safely. Allen in with another single. Broadus has to hold on a potential tag. He's going to move over to third. He's going to put runners at the corners.
Right field, bringing to the plate number 12, Robert Starks.
Next up for the Irish, number 12 is Robert Starks. Going to be batting with 1 out, runners on the corners. Could put something in play here, pick up this 1 more insurance run, be nice. Runner going on the pitch, uncontested. Allen goes into second. Pitch was low, ball 1. Moves 2 runners into scoring position now for Starks. And that ball low. 2-0 now on Starks. Ball's going to hit Starks. It's going to move over to first. It's going to load him up.
Brings to the plate number 23, Winfield Sweat.
Up to bat now for the Irish. First baseman number 23 is Winfield Sweatman. Be batting with 1 out, bases loaded. First pitch upstairs, high, that's ball 1. Inside and high is ball 2. .30 now the count. Take pitch is in there for strike 1. Count now full on Mr. Sweatman. Steps back in. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled away. Count's going to remain full. Ball hit to third base. Attempts to make the tag on Mr. Allen unsuccessful at third, so runners will all advance 90 feet. Everybody's safe.
That brings to the plate number 4, Bennett Bratton.
Irish played another run. Next up for the Irish is number 4, Bennett Bratton. He'll be batting with 1 out. Base is still loaded. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Big swing and a miss by Bratton. Little off speed. Fooled him a little bit. Evens the count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Base is loaded. That ball's hit again towards third. Charging hard, and the throw at home is in time. Nice play by the third baseman to stop that other run from scoring. Situation remains bases loaded with 2 outs now. Brings to the plate number 7, Presley Harrison.
That brings to the plate number 7, Presley Harrison.
Harrison delivered a single into right field last at bat, pushed one through right side with an RBI. See if he can do that again here. Big swing and a miss. Excuse me, foul ball. I believe that makes the count 1-1. Ball fouled off of Harrison's foot. That's going to move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Harrison. Steps back in with 2 outs. Base is still loaded. Looking for a key 2-out hit. Curveball hit to third base. Third base is going to pick it up, and unassisted steps on third will end the inning, but the Irish do pick up a couple more runs. After 6 complete. Score now, Moss Point Tigers 9, and your St. Patrick Irish 15. Irish are 3 outs away from picking up a second consecutive win against Moss Point Tigers. Stay tuned. Top of the 7th coming up. Back live in the top of the 7th. Back to the top of the order for the Tigers. Leadoff batter is Weber. Number 11, first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Little line drive right back where it came from. Weber's going to be in for a single.
Weber singles back up the middle, brings to the plate. Number 12, Peyton Turner.
Next up for the Tigers, second baseman, number 12 is Turner. He's going to step in with no outs, runner on first. First pitch low, ball 1. Okay, I thought I had the score correct a second ago. The scoreboard mistakenly had 15-9. Thought the score was actually 14-9, so we got that corrected now. Irish still have a good 5-run cushion, 3 outs away. So we can seal this one off. Ball hit hard third base. Outstretched, past the outstretched glove of Broadus. That's going to be through the left side for a single. Turner reaches successfully again.
Turner singles the left. That'll bring the plate number 4, Carlos Matthews.
It's going to bring Coach Berger to the mound. Talk to Fayard. Looks like that's going to do it for Mr. Fayard. Pitch and change is going to be Connor Holloman, number 22. We'll take a quick audio break while Mr. Holloman warming up. Things back live here, top of the 7th. New pitcher shakes the first pitch in there for strike 1. Again, pitching change on the mound is number 22, Connor Holloman. Ball low. Holloman takes over with runners on first and second, no outs. Batter pushes a bunt right side. It's going to be foul.
Not like a wooden bat.
Batter steps back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball straight back at the camera. That one should have been coming live into your living room. I'll have to go back and look at that one. That one came straight at the camera. Ball lifted into center field. Shallow. Parker Frame coming in hard. Can't make the catch. That ball lands just past the sliding outstretched glove of Frame. Gave it a nice effort. Just kind of in no man's land. That's going to bring number 10, Big Mr. Miller, up to the plate. Steps in on a 4-for-4 day. See if we can hopefully silence his bat here. Mr. Miller capable of doing some damage. Hit a 3-run homer back in the 4th inning, I believe. He's batting with no outs. Bases loaded. Ball lifted into deep center field. Frames drifting back. Okay, lost it in the sun. Ball lands safe. It's going to score at least 2. So Miller's going to be caught watching the play. He's going to get stuck at first. But the big hit into center field, lost in the sun, is going to score 2 for the Tigers. Score now 14-11. All right, things back live. Mr. Matthews up now for the Tigers. First pitch swing, fouls that one back out of play. Tigers batting with Tigers batting with no outs, runners at first and third. Irish still with a 3-run cushion. Looking for a big out here to stop this streak that Moss Point's on. That ball lined into right. Straight at Bratton. Good hard line drive.
To the plate, number 8, Joseph Nicholson.
Runner caught off bag, not enough time to tag. Brings to the plate with 1 out now for the Tigers. Number 8 is Nicholson. Runner still at the corners. Holloman steps off briefly, regroups. Pitch on the way. In there for called strike on the outside corner. Pitch just missed outside. Evens the count 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Holloman. Gets ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batter steps back in. Runner still on the corners. Ball pops straight up. Out of play. So the count remains 1-2. Runners will reset at first and third. Irish looking for out number 2 here. Ball hit out of play. Out of play right side. Count remains 1-2. One-two pitch again. Ball's delivered into shallow left center. Runner's out. Runner called out where he doesn't tag, and that's going to be the ball game.
That ends our second game of the night, or the afternoon.
Final score, St. Patrick 14 and Moss Point 11. Thank everyone for tuning in today. Well, hang on, we're going to have some discussion here with the umpires. Okay, looks like after a little bit of discussion, nothing doing, so that is going to be the final score. St. Patrick Irish 14, Moss Point Tigers 11. So back-to-back wins against the Tigers. Completes the first game of the doubleheader today. That's going to conclude today's first broadcast from the Irish Sports Broadcasting Network. Next game will be coming up will be the homestanding Long Beach Bearcats against your St. Patrick Fighting Irish. Thanks for tuning in to the Irish Sports Broadcasting Network. Join us for Game 2.